Hello everyone, my name is Yogesh and welcome to Trade Talks. On 10th April, the UK and the EU agreed a second delay to Brexit until 31st October 2019. Cross-party talks between the government and the Labour to try to find a compromise ended without an agreement. But guess what? Brexit is making headlines again, with the Prime Minister Theresa May being pushed to resign and the threat of another vote on the deal. The government will now bring forward the withdrawal agreement bill to the House of Commons in early June. But before that, we need to know what is happening now. Because Brexit has now been delayed for 6 months with a new date set for October 31st, 2019, which means the UK must now participate in EU polls. The polls took place in the UK on Thursday, May 23rd, 2019. The other voters in Ireland turns out on Friday. Those in the Czech Republic, Latvia, Malta and Slovakia vote on May 25th, and the remaining 21 EU nations cast their ballots on May 26th. The results from every nation will be released on the evening of May 26th after the last polling station in the continent is closed. If the withdrawal agreement bill passes, bringing the withdrawal agreement negotiated with the EU into UK law, then Brexit could happen before the 31st October deadline. However, if MPs reject the withdrawal agreement bill, then we'll be back in the situation of there being a range of possible outcomes. And before any of the alternatives could happen, there could be a Conservative leadership election. No deal Brexit is still the default outcome if MPs can't agree anything else and there are no further extensions. With the UK now taking part in European elections, the next deadline is 31st October. It would also be possible for MPs to back a no-deal Brexit, although there has been a majority against that option when they have voted on it before. The government could choose to negotiate a completely new Brexit deal, perhaps in accordance with votes of MPs. If the EU refused to re-enter negotiations, the government would have to plump for one of the other options instead. A further possibility is to hold another referendum. It could have the same status as the 2016 referendum, which was legally non-binding and advisory. But some MPs want to hold a binding referendum where the result would automatically take effect, like with the 2011 referendum on changing the voting system for UK general elections. One widely discussed option would be for a confirmatory vote on whatever deal is finally agreed, where the public would be given the choice between accepting the deal or remaining in the EU. Theresa May could decide the best way out of the deadlock would be to hold an early general election. She doesn't have the power just to call an election, but as in 2017, she could ask MPs to vote for an early election under the terms of the Fixed Term Parliament Act. 2/3 of all MPs would need to support the move. The earliest date for the election would be 25 working days later. The next UK general election is due in 2022. Labour could table another no-confidence motion at any time, because the government survived a vote of no confidence on 16 Jan. Now, if a majority of MPs vote for the motion, then it starts a 14-day countdown. If during that time the current government or any other alternative government cannot win a new vote of confidence, then an early general election would be called. That election cannot happen for at least 25 working days. The European Court of Justice has ruled that it would be legal for the UK to unilaterally revoke Article 50 to cancel Brexit without the need for agreement from the other 27 EU countries. With the government still committed to Brexit, it's very likely that a major event such as a further referendum or change of government would have to happen before such a move. Bracing for uncertain times ahead, my advice to the investors and traders will be to strengthen your risk management and move ahead with caution as the never-ending Brexit reaches its end game. Thank you so much for watching this video. To keep yourself updated about the latest happenings in the world of financial markets, subscribe to our channel. To know more about the trading strategies ahead of Brexit, register for our weekly seminars and webinars on